Hello YouTube, it's me, Ultimate Artist. So, how have you been? So today I'm going to be doing another review type video, and this time I'm actually going to be comparing two different products that I bought recently. So as you guys know, school is starting and it's back to school season for a lot of stores. So I bought two pencil crayon, different types of pencil crayons from Walmart. I bought them for pretty cheap. They're both budget friendly. The Crayola was $1 and then the Staedtler were $3, but these are in Canadian dollars, so the price might vary in your country, and also they were on sale, so it might vary between the time you buy it and not. So I bought these a while back, and I decided to do a comparison because I've never really used a Staedtler. I've always used Crayola for school purpose, not for home because I use my polychromos, but for school, especially if it's a small task like coloring something simple. I just take my Crayolas, color them. They're not bad, but I've never used a Staedtler, and the main difference is that these ones are triangle barreled. I personally prefer triangle barreled pencils because they're easier to hold for me. I don't know about you, but I hold my pencils with 3 fingers, so it just fits nicely in the hand. These ones are circle barreled, but I don't know, it depends on your preference. They're both 24 sets. Like I said, these ones are $1 and the Staedtlers are $3. What I'm going to be comparing is if it's worth the value. Even though they're both budget friendly, they're both under $5, but is it worth it to spend a little more on the Staedtlers, or maybe you could get by with the Crayola. I'm doing this because like I said, school is starting, and a lot of people need pencil crayons for school, especially art class, math class for coloring graphs, some other small tasks that you have to do in different subjects. So I decided to do a comparison, and yep, so let's go and review them and compare. So we're back. So as you see, these two pencil crayons, they're pretty much the same size in terms of casing, except the Staedtler is a little longer, but the Crayolas are much thicker because these are 2 layers and the Staedtlers are 1. And also, you might have noticed that it says bonus on the top, and it's just a white place. I actually took out the bonus. It was just a sharpener, a small sharpener. I mean, that does increase the value, but I don't know how much you guys will need it because it's a tiny sharpener. It might come in handy, but it obviously isn't a big value changer. And yep, so I'll be comparing the two. So I'll open it up and show you. The colors are probably the same because they're both 24 sets. I'll get back to you. Okay, so we're back. I just took out all the pencil crayons from both cases. I put the cases on the top, the boxes, you could say. And now, as you guys could see, they're pretty much very similar. The colors on the Staedtler are a little brighter, in my opinion. Not as many dark colors compared to the Crayola ones. So I'll just take out the top colors and show you guys the different forms. And yeah. So as you guys could see, the Staedtlers are triangle based and the tops look pretty similar, except this one's a triangle and this one is a circle. I think the triangle really helps in terms of it not rolling. As you guys could see, if you move it, they all roll, but compared to the Staedtler don't roll as much, so triangle base does help. And for me, I hold my pencils with 3 fingers, so as you guys could see, the 3 fingers very comfortable, unlike a circle which rolls around a lot more. And with my Faber-Castells as well, I really prefer them to be triangle barreled. So like my Faber-Castell grip pencil is triangle barreled, and I really enjoy it, and I'm more comfortable with using it now that I've used it for a long time. Here, as you guys could see, I made 2 boxes. I don't know if you guys could tell, but what I'm going to be doing is just showing you guys the color and how vibrant it is. So I'll just take up primary colors from each one and then put them aside. So the yellow, just take a standard yellow, the light orange, and then a light blue. Oh, sorry, not light orange, a light red. My mistake. So those are the primary colors, and I'll also take out a black, show you how dark the black is. And same with the Staedtlers. So find a rather light yellow, find the lightest red, and then a lighter blue. So the colors are pretty similar, especially primary colors, so I'll set these aside as well. So forgive me if I'm saying the names wrong. I know Staedtler I'm probably saying wrong because I'm pretty sure it's a German word, and I'm very bad at pronouncing names usually. So with the coloring, I'll go from lightest to darkest. I know a lot of people prefer coloring light because it gives a different kind of perspective and density, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but it does look nicer in a lot of drawings that I've seen. And then in this side, I'll just do a solid color. Okay, so we're back. As you guys could tell, the Crayolas are much lighter, and in my opinion, they're more true to the color as compared to the Staedtler. I know the yellow and the blue I really dislike the Staedtler. I mean, they hardly match the color. The yellow especially is the worst of the Staedtler that I've seen. And yep. Also about the coloring, I mean, now that I've been using my polychromos a lot more and I'm more familiar with them, coloring with like wax pencil crayons are much harder because they slip as like more often, and they're not as soft. I know between the two, the Crayolas are much softer, but the Staedtler are less waxy, so they don't slip as much, but the Crayolas are like softer. I don't know, it's just personal feel on how you like the color. If I were to choose one of them, in terms of holding it, there's less stress with the Staedtler, but you do have to press harder, so that might make it like a sore after using it. Might make your wrist sore after using it for a long time. But with the Crayolas, they're not comfortable to hold, but they are softer to color with, so it might be easier. And sorry for the coloring job, I just rushed it, did it really quickly. I wasn't aiming for detail, so that's why you might see like some parts it did slip. Some parts it wasn't intentionally, it was by accident, like the pencil crayon would just slip out of my hand, because not out of my hand, but off the paper, because it has more wax. So that might be like a downside to it, that it slips. But anyways, back to like the pencil crayon comparison. Between the two, which ones do you guys prefer? I enjoy, I prefer the blue and yellow from the Crayola. The red of the Staedtler is much nicer in my opinion, a lot lighter, and but it is similar to orange. I don't know, I will press a little harder to show you guys. Like, it's not really red, it's a lot more orangish red. Also, one thing I've just noticed was that with the Crayolas, they do name the color. If you guys could tell, here, I'll put it this way. I'm sorry, I'll let it focus. Or, anyways, you guys could see that the name is written in English, French, and Spanish. But with the Staedtlers, there's no name written, and this number really means nothing because all of them have the same number. Anyways, which one do you guys prefer in terms of looks and coloring? And now we'll do a blend test. So I'll just take, I'll take these two and these two between them. And to blend, since these aren't polychromos, usually I blend with my white to blend. I know it does dull down the color, it makes it a lot more white, but it is a nice way to blend. So I'll start with the Staedtlers. I will fast forward this part. So now I finished the blending. I was aiming for a green. Between the two, which ones do you guys prefer more? I think while I was coloring, like when you're layering your pencil crayons, the Crayolas are a lot more waxy compared to the Staedtlers. Like the Staedtlers feel like you're coloring on a new piece of paper even though you're layering, but with the Crayolas, there is like a layer of wax that you color on top of, so there's a different feel to it. And as you guys could see, the Crayolas, I don't know if it's my fault or not, but there's a lot less blue compared to the Staedtlers. But that might be the fault of the Staedtler's yellow, because the yellow is a lot more lighter, and that reveals the blue a lot more. So it is like a bluish green. It's not as nice as the Crayola one. So yeah, which one do you guys prefer in your opinion? I do prefer the Crayola a bit more, but maybe it's due to the yellow of the Staedtler. I don't know. This might be a little biased in my like the color choice that I've chosen, but I mean the yellow, they are pretty similar. Like even off camera, if you guys can't really tell, the Staedtler is a little lighter than the yellow here in terms of like the pencil crayon color, but here there's a big difference. This is like pale, and I don't know, just the color accuracy isn't there with the Staedtler. Even the blue, I mean the blue is a lot darker. Maybe it's my fault in choosing the colors, because compared to these two are pretty similar in value, but the yellow and the blue here are different in terms that the blue is a lot darker than the yellow. But yeah, so between these comparisons, which one do you guys prefer? And also the price point, you are paying $2 extra. That's triple the price of a Crayola. In my opinion, if you don't really care about the triangle form, you should go with the Crayola. That's the only thing that would make me want to buy it, is the triangle form. And also the durability. Here I could just show you guys. I'll just pick a random color, and I'll try to break the lead and show you guys which one's harder to break. I know this isn't recommended, but it's just a test. So with the Staedtler, it didn't take too much force, but with the Crayola, it's much softer, so it takes less force than even the Staedtler. Staedtler has a harder wax compared to the Crayola, so it is harder to break, but once it breaks, like you could actually hear a crack compared to the Crayola. And even when it breaks, the wood isn't as hard between the two. The Staedtler wood seems that it's a bit higher quality, especially with the color. This one seems like a older type of wood, cheap wood, but this one seems a bit higher quality. But even so, like all you're buying with the Staedtlers is quality in terms of the body, like quality with the construction of it. It's triangle formed. I really recommend it to people that use 3 fingers to write with or color with. But if you color in a different way than me, maybe I know some people use 4 fingers or 2 fingers, or just different way they color. So it wouldn't really matter unless you use 3 fingers. But yeah, so in terms of recommendation, I would recommend the Crayolas if you don't care about those added benefits of a harder lead and wood, and also the different form. The Crayolas have somewhat better coloring capabilities. And yeah, so which one do you guys prefer? Staedtlers or Crayola? Comment that down below, and also comment down below if you guys know any other brands. I know there's like Crazy Art and some other brands. I might do a like a comparison between like 5 different budget pencil crayons to show you which one's the best. The Crayolas might win in terms of cost, because they're only $1 compared to a Staedtler that's $3. The Crazy Art, I know it's a little more than the Crayola, but yeah. So comment that down below, and also as always, please like, subscribe, and share, and see you next time at all. Cost too much. And after I bought this, I decided to use it a few times. I really enjoyed using it, so then I got some refills, and